hope everybody's having a great day. I passed something on the Angus Barn, and it said, "Happy 250 year anniversary, America." And I was like, whatever. But then I thought about it, and I reflected back to when I was younger. I was around for the bicentennial. I was young. I was not yet even double digits. But in 1976, I remember us celebrating the bicentennial. And I remember it being a super big deal. I remember bicentennial quarters, and even after, when you would get one, how exciting. Still to this day. This year, as we approach our 250 year anniversary, I was just like, when the Trump freedom, whatever they call themselves, when all of those acts started canceling, I was like, that's what they get. Ew, nobody wants to celebrate with them. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, what do we do to celebrate? This is a huge achievement. And I think when Black, Brown, Indigenous, when people feel disconnected from this administration, and it causes us to shrink away from celebrating this country, isn't that giving them exactly what they want? And I don't think we should do that. I think that we should honor the country that we had a part in building, or a country that we own first. That's something to celebrate. And I can get why maybe indigenous people would not want to, because fuck y'all, who's celebrating the 250 years ago when you stole this land from us. But for those of us who live here and build this country and love this country and are trying to raise our children in this fucking country and turn it around, I don't think we should allow this administration to make us shrink and not celebrate this, not celebrate what the next 250 years could be. This is a country where my grandchildren are going to grow up. I'm not going to allow them to take over this country and make it into a shithole that they don't have the right to have at least as good of an upbringing in this country that I did. Every generation should do better than the one before, not shrink and do worse. So with that, I say, celebrate the 250 year anniversary in whatever way you feel that you should, and do so proudly, because this country is ours. When we were younger, we used to sing, "This land is your land and this land is my land." And that is truly what it is. It is our country, and we can celebrate in any way we want. Have a great day.